Thank you for watching our channel back. Today, we want to discuss true crime, a subject that has been in the news frequently recently. Documentaries, podcasts, and novels about true crimes have been incredibly popular in recent years, and for good reason. They enable us to have a thorough understanding of the motivations and psychology behind some of the most horrible acts committed in our society. In recent years, the entertainment category known as true crime has gained popularity. Documentaries, podcasts, and books that explore some of the most horrible crimes perpetrated in our society have become quite popular. There are unfavorable effects that are frequently ignored, despite the fact that this fixation with a genuine crime can be exciting. The effects of true crime on society will be discussed in this video, including how they affect the families of the victims and how they may skew how we perceive the world. 1. Impact on victims' families. The impact on the relatives of the victims is one of the most important unfavorable effects of actual crime. While it might appear that these documentaries are a great method to help victims receive justice, people who are left behind frequently experience great grief and suffering as a result of them. The family of the victim is frequently left struggling with the trauma of their loss when a loved one is lost to a violent crime. Their loved one's narrative being sensationalized for public consumption is the last thing they want to witness. Before a real crime documentary is filmed, in many instances, the families of the victims are not contacted or even informed. This may cause further traumatization and feelings of betrayal. We must never forget that the victims were actual individuals with actual families. They're more than simply fictional characters, and it is inappropriate to exploit their suffering. 2. Impact on mental health. The potential harm that actual crime may have to our mental health is another unfavorable effect. It can be detrimental to our mental health to spend hours seeing gory crime scenes and listening to stories about the worst of humanity. It might occasionally cause PTSD, depression, or anxiety. Constantly being exposed to frightening and violent imagery can be depressing and overwhelming. According to research, being exposed to violent media might make people more aggressive and desensitize them to violence. While true crime may be fascinating, it is important to understand the potential effects it may have on our mental health and take precautions to safeguard ourselves. 3. Effects on criminal justice system. True crime can have an impact on the criminal justice system in addition on the victims' families, victims' mental health, and our view of reality. In some situations, the focus on a specific case may put pressure on law enforcement to make an arrest or obtain a conviction even though the evidence is flimsy. Wrongful convictions may result from this, which can have terrible repercussions for innocent people. In addition, real crime programming can change how the public views the criminal justice system by instilling a notion that it is always faulty or corrupt. This may result in a loss of confidence in the legal system, which could have detrimental effects on society as a whole. 4. The sensationalization of crime. The sensationalization of crime is one of the key issues with actual crime content. While it may be easy to concentrate on the most horrifying and graphic details of a crime, doing so can glorify the criminal and minimize the pain of the victim. This may lead to a mistaken perception of crime, one that places more emphasis on the offender than the harm done to the victim and their loved ones. It is crucial to keep in mind that true crime has real-world repercussions and is not merely for entertainment. 5. Distortion of reality. Lastly, true crime has the potential to alter the way we see the world. Too much true crime media can instill anxiety and paranoia in us, leading us to assume that crime is more common than it actually is. This is especially valid in the case of crimes that receive public attention, like mass shootings or cases of serial killers. The reality is that these crimes are uncommon and not typical of our culture as a whole. In summary, real crime may be an intriguing form of entertainment, but it's important to understand the potential repercussions it may have on our society. There are real-world repercussions to our preoccupation with actual crime, from the effect on the families of the victims to its propensity to skew our perspective of truth and affect the criminal justice system. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and enable notifications if you found this video to be informative in order to receive updates on our newest material.